So, anyway, here's part 2. Willie's explaining some of the things about pre-CBS and post-CBS Stratocasters. This is part 2. Watch him ramble on and on and on. How is that?
That these guitars were all made, I'm going to leave that buzzing, were all made before master volume. There was no master volume on amplifiers, so the pickups were wound a little hotter then. Coming up next, we have this 64 Strat. Now these features with the pearl dots, the white guard, came about in late 64. I haven't opened this guitar up yet, but I would bet some of the components are early 65. I see that quite a bit. I have seen January 65 Strats with green guards, clay dots. And I have seen late 64 Strats with all these features. The features were Leo Fender's idea. The green guard was discoloring, and people were upset by that. This 1964 Strat, again, I haven't touched the amplifier. I'm going to turn it down a bit. This era tends to be a little bit brighter. The pre-CBS ones tend to be a little darker with a little more power. So when you get into this, this is a completely original guitar. That is a completely straight post-CBS or right on the money. If it had the F on the neck plate, that would put it in a different category. For many guys and many traditionalists, if it has an F back there, and when CBS bought them, they stamped that with an F. They wanted the F everywhere. They made the logo bigger so you could see it better because they had just bought Fender and they wanted to advertise it a bit better. It's thought of as being a little less graceful, but then CBS decided to make the headstock bigger so they could see the logo better. Forgive the noise. And also, you can see the F on the back of the headstock. I'm sorry, the back of the neck plate. So this is a 1970 Strat. In 1968, mid-year, not early 68, mid-year, they started using a different finish. They quit using lacquer finishes and started using non-lacquer finishes. They called it thick coat. And so that was a trade name for this stuff, and it was meant so it didn't show any dings. This is a very clean and, by the way, very light guitar. And Fender Strats had 4-bolt necks up until 72. So by early 72, you had these 4-bolt necks. These are popular, these 70 Strats, and I would argue that there's less of these than the pre-CBS Strats. These are made popular by Hendrix. And part of the reason is the brightness. Can you hear that? There's a certain crispness to the note. If you listen to any Hendrix record and hear his clean sound, well, his sound through a Marshall is fantastic, but his clean sound is really that hollow bell-like tone. But you can hear how bright these are. They did that because they were lowering the output of the pickup. They were marching towards less distortion. until Jimi Hendrix came along and they went, oi, you know what? Maybe we should change that. It took quite a few years. So here we have it. We have a 50s Strat, and I'm not going to get into those in pre-CBS. We have, winding backwards, a 1970 Strat, still 4-bolt, Hendrix era, very rare. By the way, you saw this had a 5-way switch in it. The original switch is inside the case. Oh boy. The original 3-way is still inside of the case, and this is a remarkably clean. And look at the back of the neck. There's no real neck wear there. The frets are in good condition. The guitar is in excellent shape. It is lightweight, and that doesn't always happen either. But I think this is a really interesting color. And then we have the 64 Strat, which has this small logo, the macaroni logo, the small headstock. It also has the Kluson tuners. It has pickups that are a little darker sounding. And then we have the super clean brown case hang tag fully pre-CBS Strat that is going to hit the website soon. Green guard, 5-way, completely original. And we are not going to open this up. We're very much against people constantly taking every screw out of the guitar and putting it back. And then it goes to the next guy and he takes off every screw. And then it goes to the next guy and it takes off every screw. Guess what? Your screws eventually get loosed in the wood and it alters the sound. So this guitar is completely original on the inside. We are told from the previous owner, we will not open it up. But if you buy it and take it home and you decide, we'll pay shipping both ways. But this guitar is a completely straight guitar. All the screws are straight. It has the bridge cover. It has original tremolo arm. It has original strap. It has the original cord. It has the brown case. This is a solidly pre-CBS instrument and has always, even in the 70s, been an investment. So there you go. There's a little Strat talk. And on that, I'm going to let you go. See you later.